Oh my God, third time's a charm. Hey guys, how you doing? How you guys doing? Because today's Tuesday, and damn it, this is the third time I've tried to make a video, and for the third time it sucked. So, well, second time it sucked, so let's see how this one works out. So I went to my pain management specialist, and I went to pulmonary function test, and my lungs aren't doing so great. I knew that already. But there's not really much else than a nebulizer, and not much else I can do besides using my albuterol, whatever's clever. Went to my pain management specialist, asked him a whole bunch of stuff. He's probably one of the best doctors I've ever had, and I've told you guys that before. Him and Dr. Rollins are probably one of the best doctors, surgeons, because he's an anesthesiologist and he's going to be doing surgeries too, that I've ever had. And that's because we are like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I keep reiterating this because I think it's super important, because people will choose a doctor and be like, okay, well, you're my doctor. And then later on down the road, they're like, shit, I don't feel like this person has my best interest, or they're not listening to me, or I don't think that they understand what I'm saying. And that is the biggest thing for me. If I walk in your office and our first conversation, our second conversation makes me feel like you ain't interested in all this, that you don't understand what's going on right here. If I can't talk to you, like I talk to you guys, then we're not gonna mesh. Like, it took Dr. Rollins it probably took him damn near 6 months before he'd crack a smile when I was being myself. Like, you know, for a long time it was very professional, you know, because they have to. They try to be really professional. They try to be really, yes, Mrs. Lee, how are you doing today, Mrs. Lee? What's going on with you? How are you feeling, Mrs. Lee? And then I'm like, nope. We ain't Mrs. Lee. Nope. Do not mislead me. Unless you're a tech and you just don't know. Do not mislead me. So, he comes in, Nirvana. I go in the pain specialist. It's Nirvana. Like, even the nurses and stuff, Nirvana. And when I call these places, all I have to say is, hey. And they're like, hi, Nirvana. Exactly. Because I am very annoying when it comes to things that I need to. If I have any remote question that Google cannot answer me, besides I got the cancer, like, I am on the phone with them. And I had a point to this, is because I went in there and I take Xanaflex for the spasms that I have, number one, in my legs at night, because I'm constantly doing this all night long, all night, which is, they call it restless leg syndrome, but that's not what I have. What I have is a lifelong, I'm not joking with you, a lifelong issue with sleep apnea. Ever since I was little. I was diagnosed with sleep apnea at like 15. That's how big I was. Okay, so at like 15 years old, I not only had asthma, I had sleep apnea, I had a sleep app machine. I had a sleep apnea machine from like 15 to, I think, like 18, because my insurance changed and they took it back, whatever. Excuse me, because I was no longer on my mom's insurance and she had moved. That's not the damn point. That ain't the point, girl. Excuse me. So, where the hell was I going with all that? Sleep apnea machine. Ah, hell. Squirrel. Alright, hold on. What was it saying? Sometimes I wish I could just stop and rewind. Xanaflex. That's where I was going with that. So, I do this number at night, and it hurts my back really bad, and it hurts my hip really bad to do this all night long. My body is used to doing that because that was the way it would keep me from, because I would stop breathing like 107 times per hour. So that is a reflex for your body to kind of just wake you up a little bit. So I shake my legs all night long. Now for a long damn time that aggravated the shit out of my husband until we got like one of those what the hell are they called? Those foam beds. Those really nice foam beds, and then he couldn't feel it. So we got a California King, so he was like way over here, and I was in my little space, and I could just kick around all night long. It's not a big deal. So yeah, I sit here and I do this. Like my leg is, I just, and then I'll switch to the other one. Like, it's not because I have restless leg syndrome. I don't have restless leg syndrome. I was fat as hell syndrome, and I was dying. That's what I had. So my body is conditioned to continue to do that. And now it's more of a comfort thing, I think, for myself, because I've been doing it so long. Well, when you do that, it shakes my hip and it shakes my back. So my back and my back and my hip and my hip, my back and the hip, back, hip, back. Please, Nirvana, just today, just today, please focus. You must focus. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do this. It's gonna happen. I promise. So, Xanaflex. Back to my damn point. So I take that at night in order to, because it's for muscle spasms. So it keeps my muscles from doing this number because I shake my legs and it hurts. And then it also helps kind of just relax the rest of me, which is the neck and the shoulders and everything else. So when I started taking Valium for my anxiety, Valium has a 35-hour shelf life. Half-life, excuse me, not shelf life, half-life, which means how long it stays in your body. So even if I took, okay, this is something you might find interesting. This is something you might not find interesting. Alcohol, okay, alcohol itself, I can get absolutely trashed off a half of a margarita. Now, I know some other people can drink a lot more than that, but I cannot. Okay, so I can drink one margarita, girl, I'm done. Like I am literally like, okay, it's time for me to go. I'm gonna have, yeah, I'm all kinds of like groping my husband and like, yeah. So it's time for us to leave the restaurant. So, you know, I got my foot up underneath the table. How you doing? No. So when I started taking the Valium, now, yes, I malabsorb some of these things, like my pain medication. I malabsorb some of it. Yes, these other medications, Wellbutrin, Lamotrigine, I malabsorb some of these things. Now, blood test and drug test will show you how much is still in your system. The issue is that even though it's in my system, I don't feel it. I don't feel the Valium, even though I have however much, even though it stays in your system for 35 hours, it will still show up in a blood test. It will still show up in my pee test for 35 hours. That does not mean I'm still under the influence of it. But your body, just like alcohol, just because I'm able to function, walk around, drive, do the things that I need to do, if I was to blow into one of their little tester things, I would definitely show that I have been drinking. Even if I felt completely sober, if you were to be pulled over and you were to blow into one of their little tester things, you could absolutely get a DUI. And explaining, well, I have a sleeve, or I have a DS, or I have a gastric bypass, they give two shits. They're like, DUI, not RNY. Like, they don't care. They're like, I don't even know what that means, so here's your ticket. So that was something really interesting for me to learn, is that, you know, even after all of this time, it's been 4 years I've been dealing with my gastric bypass, and I learned stuff every single solitary day. So I was worried that taking the taking the dang it, Nirvana, taking the boop, 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 boom, boom. What is volume, Alex? What is volume for 900? Son of a gun. Ugh. So, taking my Xenoflex and the Valium, which both have been prescribed for nighttime. I was worried for a drug interaction. Of course, when you type in, you know, drug interactions between this and this, it's always like severe drug or moderate drug interaction, which means, of course, you got the cancer. You know, that, you know, tumors are going to sprout out of your nose, and then, you know, you're going to die tomorrow. So don't. Call a pharmacist. Talk to your doctors. Definitely call a pharmacist if you have any questions about the medications you're taking. I always take everything that I'm taking. I've ate a lot of these this week. I've only got like, what, 2 days left of my meds. So, and then I got to refill it again. So, having said that, I take all of my medications with me. When I get a new one or anything like that, I always talk to my pharmacist. I always talk to the doctor who gave it to me. I always make sure that every doctor I have is on top of what I'm taking, because I don't want to overdose. We've seen how that works out for me. I don't want to have any adverse effects, you know, like, I don't know, one lazy eye or something, weirdness, some kind of weirdness, you know, like if you take this drug and this drug together, like, you know, half your arm doesn't work. There's all kinds of weird shit that can happen, you know, you can have weirdness. So I always want to make sure that my doctors know what kind of medications I'm taking. And believe it or not, guys, I thought this would be something kind of interesting to you. Even if I was in Portland, and Portland and Vancouver, had I went to the emergency room and told them that I needed pain meds. Now here's where you and I need to talk. All right. So from the 3rd of November until the 17th of November, I did not have my pain meds reordered. So I didn't reorder my pain meds because I was gone, and then I couldn't get back in and see them until this last Friday. So that means that while I was in Oregon or while I was in Portland, I could have went to any of these different places, shown them my stuff, and been like, can we call Dr. White, which is my doctor, and can we get a prescription, you know, for like a bottle or whatever? I didn't do that. That's not the point. The point is, had I gone and not said anything, because these are brand new places, they've never seen me before. Yes, I have TRICARE, but had I asked for medication and had that come up, because it does, narcotics are federal. So I have TRICARE, narcotics are federal. People go into these different places now, and then they're getting wise on it. People are going to these different places now and asking for pain medication from this hospital and this doctor, and you know, and that used to work, you know, but now it doesn't, because now if I was to go to any place like that and use my insurance, it's right there. It pops up. She's on pain management, you know, this is how much she has. It is not wise. And I'm telling you guys this because some of you may not know it. Okay. This may be, you know, an issue later on down the line. I don't know. But I thought I would mention it really quickly that, you know, you can actually get in trouble for that if for some reason you were going to different emergency rooms and different doctors, and you tried to go to like a different county or whatever to try to get pain meds. And that makes, I know it kind of seems like I'm talking to drug addicts, but I'm not. Like, I'm just trying to be, I'm not trying to cancel any drug addicts, because I've been kind of down that road, but we're not going to talk about that. No, are we? No. But what I did want to say is that you have to be very careful with the medications that you're taking. You have to be very careful to be honest with the doctors that you have of what kind of medications that you're taking. And I'm very annoying when it comes to my pharmacy. I'm really annoying with my pharmacy. With my refill pharmacy, I'm annoying with the refill scripts pharmacy that I see. I'm annoying in general, as if you guys couldn't tell. So having said that, I just wanted to kind of, Mother of God, where's this hair? Where? It's not. I'll look for it later. Yeah. So what I was trying to say, which probably came out completely wrong because I'm Squirrel, and there's something there. There you are, you little bastard. You guys probably can't. Yeah, you can. You can see it. Bye-bye. So, you guys like, where's your videos at? And I'm like, blah, 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 cheese, blah, 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 tuna fish, blah, blah, pain medicine, RNY, alcohol. And then this is why I've been gone for a few days, because I've been, and then I get on Mother of Pearl, the hair. Tis the season to be shedding, fa la 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 la. I hate that shit. I gotta get off here. I gotta get off here, because if I don't get off here, I gotta get off here. So, I love you, beautiful, gorgeous, amazing faces. I hope everyone's going to have a fantastic Thanksgiving. Here's a small disclaimer about this next clip. I go a little wackadoo. I kind of miss my dad and my brother around the holidays, and I'm really tired of just being like, you can't enjoy yourself, and you have to be constantly, well, you'll see. You guys enjoy that. Live once, y'all. Eat what you want. Like, tomorrow you could be hit by a spaceship. Tomorrow you could be walking out, and you're going to go on your walk with your little cane like I do, and then be hit by a damn, like, that blue stuff that's like compressed toilet matter from an airplane. And then that's how you died tonight at 11. So, eat what the hell you want. You know, I'm sick and tired of being like, here's my little portion plate on Instagram. I only had a quarter of a bite of this, and like, you know, I only had a half of this, and only had eat what the you want. Like, it's Thanksgiving. Be thankful you have another Thanksgiving. Be thankful for that, because a lot of people don't. Be thankful you have food. Be thankful you have family to go to. Be thankful you have a house over your head, because a lot of damn people don't. That you have food and clean water, and you can wash your damn clothes, and you can bitch about your hair and everything else and medication, because a lot of people can't. So when it comes to Thanksgiving and Christmas, enjoy yourself, because next year you might not be able to. Next year, God knows what's going to happen. Next year there might not be Christmas or Thanksgiving for anybody. So instead of, well, let's just cut that part off right there. I love you, beautiful, gorgeous, amazing faces. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I, of course, will talk to you again tomorrow. Mwah! Bye.